Senator Graham, in 2013, you were part of the leadership to push through immigration reform, comprehensive immigration reform in the Senate of the United States. It died in the House. Many accused you of amnesty. It may have undermined your ability to get your message out on the war. Would you sign that bill again today? Would you sponsor that bill again today?
Well, the first thing I would do is make adjustments to reality. I want to look and see if this was a terrorist arranged marriage between the couple in California. The fact that they met online accidentally is almost zero. So no, I would have a timeout on Syrian refugees, because you'd be crazy if you didn't after Paris. But I've been to the refugee camps in Turkey and Jordan. Trust me, whether you're a Christian, and I'm a lousy Christian saved by grace. But let me, this is important. We've got to stop this war. Do you realize that there are more Syrian refugees in Lebanon going to school than Lebanese children? Do you realize if this war goes for another year, the king of Jordan could fall? Let's have a no-fly zone.
But, Senator, I'm misunderstanding.
I would make changes to that bill in light of what I know today.
Senator Santorum, is that sufficient for you?
Lindsey says this is a real war until it comes to immigration. And then all of a sudden, it's not such a real war. The reality is that we've seen since the events of 9/11, the president talks about how he's worried about discrimination and acts against Muslims. There's 4 times as many acts of violence against Jews than there are against Muslims, and I never hear the president talk about that. The reality is, under this president, since 9/11, this anti-Muslim United States of America has doubled the rate of Muslim immigration since 9/11. That's what we've done. So the idea that we have an immigration system that is working—
Thank you, Senator.
—is not. And
thank you, Senator.
I'm out of time.
Yep. Okay. Governor Huckabee, you have said that the children of immigrants who came here illegally should not be punished by their parents' actions. As president, would you continue President Obama's policy vis-a-vis the Dreamers?
No, because he did it unconstitutionally. 23 times he said he couldn't do it, and one day he woke up and he found he had a pen in one hand and the phone in another, and wow, that Constitution didn't mean much anymore. Look, presidents can't just do what they want to do. That's the purpose of getting elected, and when working with other people who got elected, is that our system was designed to function with the power of persuasion. It's really what you elect a president to do.
Senator
You elect
Santorum.
him to lead. Let me finish. You elect him to lead, which means that if you think it's a good idea to not punish the children for something their parents did, then you go to the members of Congress and you persuade them, and you persuade the American people. You don't just jump up and do it and shove it up the nostrils of Congress and the American people because you think you have a superior intellect and a superior will and a superior theology than everybody else. Our system is not a system of tyranny. We don't elect kings, we elect servants. If I'm elected president, I don't consider myself to be elected to be the king of the country, but the servant of the country, to work with other people who are elected to get things done that need to be done.
Senator Santorum, your position on that policy, assuming that it was passed constitutionally, would you allow this? Would you support such an effort?
Here's the problem. I mean, I was with, in fact, one of my guests here today is the sheriff from Cochise County down on the border in Arizona. And he talked with me last night when I was with him about all of the children coming across. All of the children. Why? Because we've created a magnet. These children are not coming over and in great shape, not coming over and not in harm's way and going through difficult times. We're attracting people. He's also the sheriff that caught Syrians at the border. We have, through the policies supported by almost everybody in this field, a policy that says amnesty. The world hears it and knows that if they can come across this border, by and large, they're going to be able to stay. That has to change.
Thank you, Senator. Gentlemen, stand by. We are going to take another very quick break. Coming up, with America on edge, who has what it takes to be the next commander-in-chief? These candidates, they will make their case. And we're live here at the Venetian, Las Vegas. Gentlemen, it's time for your closing statements. Each candidate will have 30 seconds. Senator Graham, you're first.
The next president is going to be a wartime president, whether they like it or not. I'm ready for that job. 2 years ago, isolationism led by Senator Paul and Cruz was white hot in our party. Now it is in retreat because events have proven me more right than wrong, and has proven them to be wrong. In the first debate, I called for American troops on the ground to protect our homeland. Nobody came forward. Now most have. We've spent a lot of carnage to get them to where I've always been. Make me president. I will keep you and your family safe.
Thank you, Senator. Governor Pataki.
Thank you. This debate has been about terrorism, and appropriately so. I'm proud to have been governor of New York on September 11th and have led our state through and during the aftermath of that horrible attack. I vowed then that if I ever had the chance to lead this country, I would do everything in my power to make sure that Americans were safe. But I also saw a positive from that. New Yorkers and the American people came together and vowed that we weren't just going to defend ourselves. We were not going to live in fear. We were going to rise to new heights and celebrate our freedom. Come to Lower Manhattan today. You will see a magnificent tribute to those who died, the memorial and the museum. But you will also see a new tower soaring 1,776 feet tall, the Freedom Tower, a symbol of our freedom, our symbol of our belief that as a free people, we can soar to new heights. Give us the chance to unite Americans, not just Republicans, and this country's future is unlimited.
Thank you, Governor. Senator Santorum.
Barack Obama has not kept this country safe. Hillary Clinton will not keep this country safe. We need to nominate someone who America knows will keep this country safe. 10 years ago, I put the sanctions on Iran's nuclear program. Before that, I gave speech after speech, including to President Bush, to identify the enemy and call these radical Islamists who they are. Ladies and gentlemen, this week, ISIS put out a fatwa on disabled children and killed dozens of them because of their disability. Now, I am the father of a disabled child. I know and have known the face of evil. And I, if you give me the opportunity, will defeat it. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Governor Huckabee.
The terrorists don't win just because they kill us. The terrorists win when they make us change everything we do in our daily lives and alter our routines. And they're doing that, from getting on a plane to going in a building. And it is high time that we recognize that we have to take them out, not a little bit, but totally, because I want my grandkids to grow up not in fear, but in faith and in freedom. And if you give me the opportunity to be President of the United States, I will fight for your grandkids as much as I will for mine. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you. Thanks to all of the candidates for a very important discussion on critically important issues. This debate night is just getting started here at the Venetian Las Vegas. The top 9 candidates, they are standing by for their turn on this stage in just a little while. I'll be back as the moderator. Right now, let's go to my colleague, Anderson Cooper.